This is the night Naoya Inoue terrified America.
Hard to get in and out.
A huge right hand.
Picture this, a 5'5" Japanese fighter stepping into enemy territory. American crowds are jeering. Vegas odds are stacked against him. Everyone, and I mean everyone, was convinced he was about to get destroyed. But here's the thing about monsters. They thrive in the dark. What happened next didn't just shock boxing. It shattered everything we thought we knew about heart versus size. This is Naoya Inoue. They call him the Monster. And on July 25th, 2023, he walked into Philadelphia's backyard to face Stephen Scooter Fulton, the undefeated king who'd never tasted canvas. The question wasn't whether Inoue could win. The question was whether he could survive. For the first time in his career, the smart money was against the monster. Size beats skill, they said. Power beats precision. America beats Japan. They were about to learn why you never corner a monster. Fulton came out confident, maybe even cocky. He'd seen the tape. He knew about Inoue's power, but knowing and feeling are two different things. The first exchange told the story.
And now falls in off balance on his own with that free right hand, able to punch away.
Inoue's jab snapped Fulton's head back like a whip crack. Not the power, the precision. Every punch measured, every step calculated. Fulton tried to establish distance, but Inoue was already inside his head. The champion who dominated everyone suddenly looked ordinary. The Philadelphia crowd had gone quiet. Their hero was backing up. The monster was advancing, and with each step forward, you could feel the shift, like watching a predator realize its prey is wounded. Fulton tried to fight back, to prove he belonged in there, but fighting back against Inoue isn't strategy, it's survival. The combinations came in waves. Body shots that doubled Fulton over, headshots that snapped his neck back, each punch carrying the weight of a country's expectations. This isn't a chess match anymore, the commentators whispered. This is an execution.
Is that up vertical jab again? Back to the body with it.
Fulton is there in range, but he's not pulling the trigger.
Well, it's that middle ground that was the concern. And if you're going to stay there, you got to throw. That up jab has had such success for Inoue.
Fulton's legs began to betray him. His hands dropped. His eyes, those confident eyes from the face-off, now darted around the ring like a trapped animal looking for escape. But there was nowhere to run. The monster had him cornered.
Base is so wide, it's really hard to get in and out.
Right hand hurts him! Oh, a huge right hand from the monster! And then he chases him down! Fulton is laid out, struggling to get to his feet.
The undefeated champion, the man who'd never been knocked down, crumbled like a demolished building. The sound that followed wasn't cheering, it was shock. Pure, stunned silence as America watched their champion fall to a man they'd underestimated. But Inoue wasn't done. When Fulton rose, wobbling on unsteady legs, the monster pressed forward.
2 more belts as Fulton tried to grab the ropes, backed up into the corner. Here comes Inoue. That destructive, decisive power does it again! The monster!
No mercy, no hesitation. The referee had to step in to save what was left of the champion's dignity. But that wasn't Inoue's first time breaking American hearts. Let me take you back to his U.S. debut against Antonio Navies, a fighter who thought trash talk could intimidate a monster. Navies strutted into that ring, draped in American colors, talking about how this little Japanese fighter didn't belong in their house. The monster listened. He watched. He waited. Then he went to work. Round by round, Inoue systematically dismantled everything Navies thought he knew about boxing. Body shots that echoed through the arena, combinations that left the American gasping for air.
Left hand to the body, slays rather than power. Now combinations.
Oh, he thought it was the bell. Warning clap, and thought it was the bell.
That's Shane Nieves right there. All of a sudden, it doesn't become worth it to extend yourself when you're getting hit heavy with heavy shots to the head and the body.
Right, and part of the key to his ability to do that is balance and timing. He seems always to be in the right position on his feet, and he throws when he wants
Type punches. He'll throw a jab, he'll throw a lead right hand, then he'll throw a 2 or 3 punch combination. He's steady, but
he'll respond to an opportunity. Slip away to the side, slip away to the side, and Inoue just keeps walking him down, gets him into position there where he shot one at authority.
1 or 2 more of those, he could end this fight, Jim. Here, Inoue has him ready to go to the body. Yep, there it is.
First time down as a pro for Navies. First time in the ring with a fight.
By round 6, Neves' own corner had seen enough. They threw in the towel, not just to save their fighter, but to save face. America had been introduced to the monster, and the monster had left his calling card written in violence. But champions aren't made in easy fights. They're forged in wars that test everything they believe about themselves.
looks like he's still in the fight, but if you know what you're looking at, he's had enough. There's a lot of punishment that is soaked in, and it's only going to get worse as this fight progresses. Big right hand
to the body.
From Inoue.
What a vicious shot.
The nose is bleeding now, and who knows what's going on internally in his ribcage.
Another left to the body to finish the round. And Navies, where trainer Joseph Delgado has a decision to make. And he has made the decision.
Enter Ramon Cardenas, a Mexican-American warrior with dynamite in his left hand and nothing to lose. On May 4th, 2025, at the T-Mobile Arena, these two gladiators collided in what became an instant classic. From the first bell, this wasn't boxing, it was combat. Cardenas came to fight, not to survive. And for the first time in years, Inoue met someone willing to trade violence for violence. Then it happened.
With him again. Oh, the finish catches him!
A left hook from hell that sent the monster crashing to the canvas. For the first time in his career, the arena exploded. Had the unstoppable force finally met the immovable object? Inoue rose from that knockdown like something reborn. What followed was 7 more rounds of pure warfare. 2 men refusing to bend, trading bombs in the center of the ring. When the dust settled, it was Cardenas on the canvas, victim of a right hand that redefined violence in boxing.
The second round.
Okay, here in this 8th round, it's all Inoue, the weight champion of the world, Naoya.
But every monster faces their ultimate test. For Inoue, it came against Neri, a cheating, weight-missing, drug-testing positive nightmare who'd brutalized Japanese fighters before. This wasn't just about titles. This was about honor, about proving that skill and dedication triumph over shortcuts and corruption. 7 million Japanese viewers watched as their hero entered the ring carrying the hopes of a nation. And Neri? He came to end careers.
Seen spooked by the punching power.
Oh! Inoue goes down! Neri with a first-round knockdown of the monster!
The knockdown came early, a vicious left hook that sent Inoue crashing down for the first time in his professional career. The arena gasped. Japan held its breath. But champions aren't defined by how they fall. They're defined by how they rise. What followed was a masterclass in controlled violence. Inoue, fueled by righteous anger, systematically dismantled the cheater who thought he could break the monster's spirit. The final knockdown wasn't just a punch, it was justice served at 120 miles per hour.
Perhaps an opportunity for Neri, but with them. Like that! With no reward! Down again! 30 seconds to go, facing one of the great losers in recent boxing history, Monster. Right hand. Inoue on the attack. Final seconds. Neri survives.
Right there. Just found a little gap right there. Hips under. You see his eyes. He's looking right at Neri.
See to turn a punch over.
This is why they call him the Monster. Not because of his power, though it's devastating. Not because of his speed, though it's lightning. But because when the lights are brightest and the stakes are highest, Naoya Inoue becomes something beyond human. He's proof that size doesn't matter when you have heart, that nationality doesn't matter when you have skill, that being the underdog doesn't matter when you refuse to lose. In a sport built on breaking spirits, Inoue breaks expectations. And that's the most dangerous monster of all. The question was never whether Inoue could conquer America. The question was whether America was ready for the monster. Turns out they weren't. Subscribe if you love witnessing greatness, because this monster's just getting started.